Hey, guys, and a good happy morning to you. And today I'm going to touch on being an American. I want you to catch that because I am very proud of this hat. Love this hat. This hat represents so much. But getting back to being an American. Okay, if you live in America, do you know it is your absolute right to decline medical services? You have an absolute right to decline medical advice. You have an absolute right to decline medical treatment. You have an absolute right to decline the doctor's diagnosis. Most doctors will tell you when you are given a severe diagnosis of something like AIDS or cancer or something of that nature, they will tell you to get a second opinion. So with that being said, I would just like to say, first off, Fauci, and Google this, because I don't just make this up as I go along. Google this. Fauci himself has straight up said he is not qualified to give America or anyone else advice, instructions, guidelines, guidance, or anything else about the coronavirus. Because apparently we don't even know enough information about this virus, that we're just learning as we go. So here's my thing. I haven't worn a mask since day one. I haven't worn a face covering. I want to be absolutely clear because I want you people to understand this. I haven't covered my face since day one. Have I been sick? You bet your ass I've been sick. Who doesn't get sick with allergies, common cold, flu? Who doesn't get tooth infections? Yeah, I've had it. I've had this my entire damn near 50 years of life. And yes, I am almost 50 years old. And I've managed to come this far without my government dictating my health issues and needs to me. See, here's the thing that Americans are forgetting. It's not our government's job to dictate anything to it. I'm sorry. And if there is a manual, someone please take a photograph and put it in the comments below, because I missed the page that said in the event of a global pandemic, then your government has the right to snatch all your freedoms, all your choices, all your rights, all of your what it is to be an American. They have the right to seize that. They have the right to seize your liberties. So someone send me that page, because let me tell you, I have lived through a lot of things, and I have no doubt that there are people out there that have gotten tremendously sick from the coronavirus. I have no doubt in my mind that there are people out there who have died from the coronavirus. There are people out there who have died from the AIDS virus. There are people out there who are dying from cancer. There are people out there who are dying from diabetes. There are people out there who are dying from asthma. There are people out there who die from bee stings. Anytime you take a combination of health issues and shove them all in one body, your risk of death goes up. I hate to tell you this. You did not die because you got the coronavirus. You did not get horrifically sick because you got the coronavirus. No, what happened was you got horrifically sick or you passed because you had a combination of health issues already. And then on top of it, you were afflicted with this virus. There's not a single freaking case, and if there is, and it's a proven case, I want somebody to send it to me. Because as far as I know, and I have looked, there is not a single flipping case of just a stone cold, healthy as a fucking horse, doesn't have any underlying issues, no heart issue, no blood issue, no nothing. No, they're just perfectly healthy with no issues. Not a cavity, not a nothing. Not zero health issues. And they got corona. They were dead. Not a case. Not a freaking case. Now, what the news is not telling you, and I don't know why, first off, a panic and an epidemic are two different things. And for them to go, this is a pandemic, I don't know why. I'm not panicked about it. I know quite a few people who are not panicked about this epidemic. So to keep referring to it as an pandemic, I think that's to keep the hype and bullshit alive, but if that's what the media wants to do, because the media does what it wants to do, then I suggest anybody who is buying into this bullshit, do the research. I mean, seriously, do the research. And don't get me wrong, I understand that people are getting this virus and dying. I also understand that people got AIDS and died. I also understand that people got the chickenpox and died. I also know that people have died from tuberculosis. I also understand that people have died from the mumps, the measles, and rubella. And I also understand that those diseases, especially chickenpox, can be spread through contact while you're asymptomatic. Because if anybody knows anything about chickenpox, by the time you get the actual rash, that's the last stage of the virus. The beginning stages of the virus is the exact same, mimics the exact same symptoms as the flu. You can be achy, nauseous, headache, tired, fever, and you don't know you have the chickenpox until a couple of days after you've had all those symptoms, and then you start to break out. And I know this because I had 3 daughters go through the chickenpox bullshit. So to sit here and act like corona, oh my God, we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die from a virus that you can kill with soap and water. Basic fucking soap and water kills this virus, but you can't figure out how to not spread it? Fauci told you. He fucking told you that he's not qualified to give you information on this virus because he don't know. He doesn't know. Everybody's looking at Fauci like he's the golden calf. He's the golden calf of knowledge. This man don't know. He don't know. He's sitting around in a stadium with his mask down here while the two people are sitting on the side of him are wearing their mask because he said so. But he's wearing his mask down here. Down here. Go Google that shit. Fauci. No mask. Okay? And now he wants to talk about y'all need to be wearing goggles. And next thing you know, you're gonna need earplugs, and oh my God, you're gonna have to keep it off your hair. And then, what's gonna happen when this year's, and it happens every year, people. What's gonna happen when this year's head lice outbreak happens at school? Nobody thought about that, huh? And it's coming because every year some kid's class gets an outbreak of head lice. It's like a rite of passage in elementary school. You know, at least one class, you've got 3 kids that got head lice, and what's going to happen when your flipping head lice has corona? And then it's mutating. And then now, all of a sudden, we got Corona 20, which would be great, because Corona 2020, you heard it here first, y'all. Just remember that. Anyway, you know, there's so many things that are passed through coughing, sneezing, and farting that are contagious. And nobody ever made this big a deal of. I mean, let's just be honest. You can get tuberculosis if someone... But I don't see people covering their faces behind that. Here's something else I don't get. China has been covering its face. I mean, seriously, go Google this shit. Don't just take my word for it, and stop taking the liberals' word for this shit, and stop listening to the Democrats, because they're feeding you shit and you don't fucking know. You don't have a fucking clue, because you're not looking this shit up for your goddamn self. And if you do, all you're doing is following liberal bullshit information and the Democrats. Look outside of their shit. Seriously, look outside of their shit. Because China has been covering its face for years, since the SARS outbreak. Okay? And yet, somehow, they still manage to not only contract this bullshit, but spread it worldwide. And now, Michelle Obama wants to sit around and talk about how depressed she is because this virus is Trump's fault. As if he was sitting around in a laboratory with his little toy science kit, and poof, there was fucking corona and we all got it. No, it didn't happen like that, Michelle. Michelle. Girl, come on, boy, please. You need to, seriously, take your overprivileged ass, hop on your jet, and go get your hair done somewhere. Girl, boy, please. Go get the weave done, because, look, it's not the white man's fault. You are not suppressed, oppressed, repressed, oppression, fucking systemic racism against and depressed because fucking Trump is white. Sorry. Hate to tell you that. It was actually, it is actually a China virus. So maybe you're being oppressed, repressed, suppressed, depressed, oppressor, fucking systemically fucking fucked with because, you know, it was an Oriental person that gave you the fucking boo-hoos. Go see your fucking doctor, get some fucking drugs, make sure that your fucking Make sure all your hormones are in balance, because, when you can't identify, sometimes losing your identity is an issue in itself. So, Michael, Michelle. Anyway, I just want to say, seriously, I have not worn a mask since day one ever in my life. I don't plan on wearing a mask. My husband got me one, and I was just joking around and took pictures of me in the mask. I actually even covered my head to look like a Muslim. And I'm not talking bad about Muslims. Hey guys, you have the right to your heritage. You have the right to your religious beliefs and all that, and so on and whatever. But I took the picture, and that was basically it. And I didn't go outside my house with it. He got me a mask under the impression that I would wear it. And it turns out I'm not gonna. When he got it, I thought it was cool. I told him to get it, because I actually thought I was gonna wear it. It's tie-dyed. If you're on my Facebook social media, go look those pictures up. It's a pretty cool mask, but I would wear it as a headband maybe, or a head covering or whatever, as far as like my hair, add a bow to it or whatever. But the thing is I'm not going to wear it as a face covering, just purely and simply because I'm an American. And the doctor in charge has already told me that he is not eligible, he's not qualified, he's not educated enough to give me advice on this virus. He has plainly stated that. Not only that, I have yet to get a doctor's of my choosing. And see, here's the thing. Anytime we have a doctor, it's supposed to be a doctor of our choosing. I didn't choose Fauci. And then with your second opinion, it's supposed to be a doctor of your choosing. Well, I haven't had that either. So I also know, as an American citizen, I have the right to decline medical services. And I'm just going to say that today I declined that medical service and that medical advice, and I claimed my AMA to leave the house, which I guess would be against medical advice, because I'm not taking a mask. So you also have a legal right to leave AMA. If you're at a hospital and you're getting ready to leave, they have no legal right to make you stay. So if you're dying of cancer, if you're dying of AIDS, if you're dying of corona, they have no legal right to chase behind you, put you in a fucking straitjacket, and throw you in a room. You have the right to leave AMA against medical advice. You have the right to decline medical services. You have that right. And today, I'm claiming that right. And if that offends you, that's okay. That's okay, Karen. If I'm offending you, look around. Stay calm. You're offended. Not a fucking thing's happening. Here's what I don't get about liberals. Their overwhelming need to scream and shout and be in your face. Okay, first off, I want to say, Karen, if you see me in the grocery store and I'm not talking and I'm not wearing a mask and I'm minding my own fucking business, don't approach me. Why the hell would you want to engage in a conversation that's going to cause me to speak and spew my droplets everywhere? My advice to you retarded fucking Karens out there is, if you see someone who doesn't have a mask, don't engage them. Are you that fucking stupid? Why the hell would you engage someone that's not wearing a mask? Because you're scared of getting their fucking whatever. But yet, they're standing there. you're going to go engage them and make them start talking, possibly make them start hollering. And the next thing you know, you've got all their spew and their droplets in the fucking air. And guess what? Guess what, Karen? Now that their spew and their droplets are in the air, they're stuck. They're stuck to the outside of your mask. That's right. So you're taking their spew home with you. And I hope nobody in your house touches, and I hope you don't touch the outside of that mask and then touch anything else, because their spew, if you approach me and I start talking, my spew is all on the outside of your mask now, because you've made me talk and you made me spew, and now it's all over the outside of your mask. And so now you got to throw that mask away in a hurry, because God forbid it soaks through and you start breathing it in. Karen, Ken, stop approaching people that don't have a mask, because all you're doing is causing them to spew on you. So my advice is, leave people the hell alone, because we have a right. You have a right. We respect the fact that you want to wear your retarded looking mask, and I can't tell you how stupid some of y'all look in them masks. I mean, goddamn. Some of y'all got on a face only a mother would love. Not this mother. But, and then you cover it up, and then you still look goofy. You can't win for losing, but what you gonna do? Anyway, it's a Friday, and so I'm gonna get off of here. Y'all think about that. Now, if you're in some other country, you may be forced to wear a mask. Wear the mask. I don't care if you wear a mask. I don't care one way or the other. I'm not trying to infringe on your right to wear a mask, and I'm not trying to infringe on your right to not wear a mask. But that's here in America. If you're somewhere else, if you're in a state of dictatorship and you have no choice but to wear a mask, or it could mean you'll be imprisoned or jailed or whatever, by all means, wear a mask. And note that America will never be a dictatorship. Have a good one.